In this module, the next one is called as a Prudenstein's equations for 4-bar mechanism and Singer-Slider crank mechanism. Now let us see why these equations are necessary. The study of motions in machines are divided into two different parts. Is divided into different parts. One is kinematic analysis and kinematic synthesis. In the previous chapters, we have studied displacement, velocity, and acceleration characteristics of the various mechanisms, which is called as kinematic analysis. But in synthesis, is opposite of the analysis. Kinematic analysis is we studying the displacement, velocity, acceleration, characteristics of various mechanisms. Synthesis is of a mechanism is the design or creation of the mechanism to produce a required output motion. Synthesis of a mechanism is the design or creation of the mechanism to produce a required output motion for a given input motion. To produce a required output motion for a given input motion. Example of kinematic synthesis of the mechanisms are determination of number of teeth on the member in a gear train to obtain the gear relative ratio, designing of a cam to give a follower a known motion, different types of mechanisms like bar linkage, cams, rolling surfaces. Therefore, it is necessary that the designer should have the knowledge of the methods of synthesis of these different types. In synthesis, different types of synthesis should know, number of synthesis and dimensional synthesis. All those things you know. In tasks of the kinematic synthesis is, there are the three main tasks are there in kinematic synthesis. One is function generation, second one is path generation, third one is motion generation. But function generation already you have, last class I told you, this is a first task in the kinematic synthesis mechanism. While designing a mechanism, the general requirement is that the output link should rotate, oscillate or reciprocate according to a specified function of a time or function of the input motion. While designing a mechanism, the general requirement is that the output link should rotate, oscillate or reciprocate according to a specified function of time or function of input motion. This is called as function generation. Is called as function generation. In function generation, the motion of the input and output link must be correlated. The motion of the input and the output links must be correlated. For example, designing a 4-bar mechanism to generate a function y is equal to f of x, where x indicates the motion of the input link, and the mechanism is to be designed such that the motion of the output link would be the function of y approximately. That is what we did in the last class. Today's class, let us see the analytical synthesis of a 4-bar mechanism. Nothing but it is called as Prudenstein's equation. Prudenstein's equation for a 4-bar mechanism. How to do that? A design problem where the link lengths of a 4-bar mechanism must be determined so that the rotations of the two levers within the mechanism phi and the psi are functionally related. One is phi, input link, output link is psi. Their function is related, that you have to show that. Now theta 2, theta 3 and theta 4, all the equations are given 1, 2, 3, 4. R1, R2 dash, R3 dash and R4 dash. All the vectors are here. And two links lengths of a 4-bar mechanism must be determined so that rotations of the two levers with the mechanism phi and psi are functionally related. That is what you have to show. The 4-bar mechanism and the vector loop necessary for the mechanism analysis The vector loop equation is, we know that in that equation R2 R3 minus R4 minus R1. We know that directions are changed, R4 and R1 is equal to 0. Let it the equation number 1. Considering the links to be vectors, displacement along the x-axis is R2 cos theta 2 plus R3 cos theta 3 minus R4 cos theta 4 minus R1 is equal to 0. Therefore, R3 cos theta 3 is equal to minus R2 cos theta 2 plus R4 cos theta 4 plus R1 is the equation number 2. R3 cos theta 3 is equal to minus R2 cos theta 2 plus R4 cos theta 4 plus R1. Squaring the equation 2. R3 square cos theta 3 square is equal to R2 square plus cos theta 2 square plus R4 square cos theta 4 square minus 2R2 R4 cos theta 2 cos 4 minus 2R2 R1 cos theta 2 plus 2R4 R1 cos theta 4 is equal to equation number 3. Displacement along y-axis, R2 sin theta 2 plus R3 sin theta 3 minus R4 sin 4 is equal to 0. Sin theta 4 is equal to 0. R3 sin theta 3 is equal to minus R2 sin theta 2 plus R4 sin theta 4 equation 4. First you have to link the vectors, you have to consider along the x-axis all cos theta terms. Next you have to take the along y-axis. These two terms you got a two equations now. First equation vector loop equation, second equation is the R3 cos theta 3 is equal to R2 minus R2 cos theta 2 plus R4 cos theta 4 plus R1 is equal to. Next, squaring the equation 2, R3 square cos theta 3 square is equal to R2 square cos theta 2 square plus R4 cos theta 4 square plus R1 square. By squaring, we know that minus 2R2 4 and R2 R1 R4 R1 cos theta 4. And displace y-axis you take, then squaring the equation will get R2 square sin theta square R4 sin square plus R1 square equation 4 minus R2 R4 sin theta 2 sin theta 3. Now the equation number 5th. Equation 3rd and the 5th can be reduced to a single equation relating theta 2, theta 4 and the 4 link lengths by eliminating theta 3. To eliminate theta 3, add both sides of the equation third and 5th. R3 square cos theta 3 R3 square sin square theta 3 R3 square cos square theta 3 plus sin square theta 3 is equal to R2 square cos square theta 2 plus sin square theta 2 cos square theta 4 sin square theta 4 minus R2 R4 cos theta 4 minus 2 R1 cos theta 2 R2 R1 2 to add by eliminating theta 3. You see that R3 square is equal to R2 square plus R4 square R1 square is equal to minus 2r2 r4 cos theta 2 cos theta 4 minus 2r2 r1 cos theta 2 plus 2r4 r1 cos theta 4 is equal minus 2r2 r4 sin theta 2 sin theta 4 r2 square minus r3 square plus r4 square plus r1 square plus 2 4 r4 r1 cos theta 4 minus 2 r2 r1 cos theta 2 is equal to 2 r2 r4 cos theta 2 cos theta 4 plus 2 r2 r4 sin theta 2 sin theta 4. Dividing both sides of the equation by 2 r2 r4, we get r1 by r2 square minus r3 square plus r4 square r1 square divided by 2 r2 r4 plus r1 by r2 cos theta 4 minus r1 by r4 cos theta 2 is equal to cos theta 2 cos theta 4 plus sin theta 2 sin theta 4. Let r1 by r4 is equal to r1 capital, r1 by r2 capital r2 square minus r3 square plus r4 square plus r1 square divided by 2 r2 r4 is equal to r3. Substituting these values in equation 6th, we get r3 plus r2 cos theta 4 minus r1 cos theta 2 is equal to cos theta 2 minus cos 4. Cos theta 4. This is the equation for the potential equation, Potential equation for a 4-bar mechanism. Now let us see the Potential equation for a analytical synthesis for a slider crank mechanism. Design problem where the link length of the crank slider mechanism must be determined so that the translation R and the rotation phi are functionally related. R and the phi and the R. You can see that how it is related. 1, 2, 3 equation. R1, we can know that R and theta 2, R2, R1, R2, R3, R4. Theta 2, theta 3. Vector loop equation for this is equal to, it means that slider movement is proportional to the movement of the crank. Slider movement is equal to your proportional to the movement of the crank, because del theta it is equal to del x displacement. Considering the equation R2 plus R3 dash minus R4 minus R1. R2 plus R3 equal to minus R4 and minus R2 plus R3 dash is equal to minus R1 dash, R4 dash and R1 dash. R4 dash and R1 dash. R1 and R4, this equation. This will be this equation, opposite side it comes. R3 and R2 in the same direction, R4 and R1 in the opposite direction. R is the displacement, we can observe here. Now, considering the links by vectors, two vectors, displacement along the x-axis is given by R2 cos theta 2 plus R3 cos theta 3 minus R4 is equal to 0. Therefore, R3 cos theta 3 is equal to R minus R2 cos theta 2 plus R4. Let it be equation number 2. Square in the equation 2, r3 square cos square theta 3 minus r2 plus r2 square cos square theta 2 plus r4 square a plus b square, a minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab r2 r4 cos theta 2. Displacement along y-axis you can take r2 sin theta 2 plus r3 sin theta 3 minus r1 is equal to 0. Therefore, r3 sin theta 3 is equal to minus r2 sin theta 2 plus r1. By squaring the equation, this one also same. r3 square sin square theta 3 is equal to r2 square sin square theta 2 plus r1 square minus 2r1 r2 sin theta 2 minus 2r1 r2 sin theta 2 a square plus b square minus 2ab. Let it be the equation number 5. To eliminate theta 3 and both sides of the equation 3rd and 5th, add both sides of the equation 3rd and the 5th. r3 square cos square theta 3 plus r3 sin square theta 3 r2 square cos square theta 2 plus r4 square minus 2r2 r4 cos theta 2 plus r2 square sin theta 2 plus r1 square minus 2r1 r2 sin theta 2. r3 square is equal to cos square theta 3 sin square theta 3. Therefore, it is equal to 1. Theta 3 will be cancelled out. r3 square is equal to r2 square into cos square theta 2 sin square theta 2 r2 square plus r4 square plus r1 square minus r2 r2 r4 cos theta 2 minus 2 r1 r2 sin theta 2. Therefore, r3 square is equal to r2 square plus r4 square r1 square minus 2 r2 r4 cos theta 2 minus 2 r1 r2 sin theta 2. r3 square minus r2 square minus r1 square plus r2 r4 cos theta 2 plus 2 r1 r2 sin theta 2 is equal to r4 square. This is the equation number 6th. Let S1 is equal to displacement 2r2, S2 is equal to r1 r2, S3 is equal to r3 square minus r2 square minus r1 square. Substituting these values in the equation 6th, S1 r4 cos theta 2 plus S2 sin theta 2 plus S3 is equal to r4 square. This is the equation number 7th. Equation 7th is the Prudenstein's equation for a slider crank mechanism. Equation 7th is the Prudenstein's equation for a slider crank mechanism. Yes, 1 r4 cos theta 2 plus S2 sin theta 2 plus S3 is equal to r4 square. This completes the module 3, all the theory and the problems. In this chapter, the important questions what they will ask is derive an expression for velocity and acceleration of the piston in the reciprocating mechanism by using complex algebra method. Explain the significance of the loop closure equation and an example. Obtain the loop closure equation by a 4-bar mechanism already derived. Use kinematic analysis of the slider crank by complex numbers and derive the expressions for velocity and acceleration with slider and a connecting rod. These are all the some of the questions what they will ask. And what do you mean by a Prudenstein's equation for 4-bar mechanism and slider crank mechanism? And what do you mean by function generation and y is equal to f of x? These are some important questions. Here, my dear students, you have to concentrate more on the analysis, derivations. Mainly they will ask derivations. Sometimes they will ask some problems, that also we have discussed it. Anyway, Thank you. This completes your module 3.